My name is Lecturer Clergy Bishop Kenya Loltome. Today, actually Friday, June 28, 2024, I am Lecturer Clergy Bishop Kenya Loltome and also United States of Kenya Republic President. As from June, Tuesday, this week, alright, 25th June 2024. I am the United States of Kenya Republic. I said on several occasions, and nobody's objecting. The whole world has concurred with me that I am now the Kenya President of Kenya. Why am I called actually Professor Lecturer Clergy Bishop Kenya Loltome? I have taught paramilitary general service unit for 12 years here in Nairobi National Government, Utawala College for 12 years, of an official force equivalent to Kenya Defense Forces, Army. The Army, the Air Force, and the Navy in their capability warfares. So, I've also taught African Church beside Bible College for many years. Pastors were taking systematic theology, Islamic theology, also some of them in the Covenant College of Missions, and also Christianity theology, discipline, systematic historical theologies, and also practical theologies. So I'm not short of knowledge. And I've also taught Covenant College of Missions pastors who are taking 4 years programs also in the in that kind of scenarios of theological studies, including African Church beside College in Narrow County Government, and also coaching pastors here in Nairobi National Government. And I'm also a politician, United States of Kenya Republic President, as I speak now today, in Embakasi East Constituency, Embakasi Miongo Ward, Nairobi National Government. No one is saying no. Our president is no longer now our president. Why? I said yesterday, the mass of the arm of government was actually removed by from the parliament, national parliament, by the protesting youths. All right. I'm also doing online politics, so we are all teaming up. All right, online and also on the ground, and we have toppled the president actually. All right, the president is no longer now our president. William Samuel Ruto. Angry youth and adult protesters stormed the Kenya National Parliament and removed the official arm of government MACE. M-A-C-E. The arm of government gold in the National Parliament, chamber. So whenever there is no such kind of arm of government in the National Parliament, there is no form of business anymore. So there's no government. As I speak, there's power and, vacuum. That man symbolizes the authority of the speaker and the legislature, okay, the third arm of government. And it is a crucial kind of an arm of government for the legitimacy of the parliamentarian proceedings, including the president. Exactly as the president on the throne. If there's nothing like that, he's no longer now. He has no parliament, lawmakers, to make any decision making. So we have toppled the government on June 25th, 2024, and the whole world will concur with me. Any wise person understanding, I'm a priest actually. I'm not shitting. So my vice president today and other days I've mentioned is none other than retired Kenya Army Brigadier, His Excellency Nick Wanyonyi Kukubo, retired Kenya Army Brigadier, who was on ballot paper 2007 during that elections. And he was actually near to win the elections. Alright? So he is now deputizing me. He's my vice president. And my powerful prime minister also in charge of all government businesses and state parastatal agencies affairs is none other than His Excellency retired Kenya Vice President, His Excellency Kalonzo Musyoka, who will be in charge of that kind of ministerial kind of portfolios. Alright, I've mentioned. He will be in charge of all ministries and also parastatal state agencies. He will be in charge of the government also. Like us, he's a third person also. And my first also wife is none other than Winnie Imgat Raila Amolo Odinga, East Africa Legislative Member of Parliament, Her Excellency priestess of mine. Actually, I was also called today even to go to Kisumu with her, by security, Raila security details today. So she is my wife actually. Okay, indirectly. You know nowadays people can marry online without even meeting, eh? Okay, we're just waiting to, to officiate our wedding, but we are already like Adam and Eve in the Bible. The whole world will concur with me that she's my first lady now. I've said it actually so for months, almost 6 months. No objection. She's my near future wife. Very wonderful girl. All right. Why did God give me that lady even to be my first lady? To help me in politics and also in the executive office of the president, because she will also having her own office. Okay, because she will also having a say in government policies as the wife of the president. In 1992, I was his, a grandfather, chief campaigner, secretary general of Ford Kenya. His Excellency, the first Kenya vice president. His Excellency, the late Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. So we became number 2, and there was a sharing of government by then. When Raila Amolo Odinga was 2 years old, when I was fighting on behalf of that family. And you see, God now is returning that kind of work for me. The work of my hand. In Deuteronomy 28, verse 12. It has taken so many years, but God is now returning about close to 30-something years. All right. God is never too late to bless your later life also. Although I am a middle-aged man. Okay? From Marsabit County Government, Mukundu, Kenya, the bottom part of Kenya, in all development, near the border of Kenya and Ethiopia. That's why I look like a Kushite. And also we are bordering Wajir controlled state of Somalia in eastern side called Wajir. And it's also believed that, although my mom is from Samburu County, the daughter of Lemosa, alright? And it's also Ango is Lemoko Tile from, Samburu County, Maral, alright? The daughter of Lemosa. Nantiyun, the late Nantiyun, she has passed away recently. I love her so much, alright? She is the daughter of that family, but my birth was disputed by the person who married her, called Mr. Laguda, one of the African known, prophets. All right. The late Mr. Laguda, my mom was the second wife among the 3 women. And it's also believed that, I'm born by either an Israelite kind of a background or Rendile. That's why I look like Cushite. But that's not actually a big issue. I was nearly even to be killed when I was born, but God prepared for me not to be killed, because according to the Samburu Constitution, a child which is not yours is subjected even to death sometimes. Not all the time. So I was nearly to be killed, but the uncle of my mom was a paramilitary general service chief inspector of Marsabit, general service unit, JSU. So the man was warned not to kill me. So God has saved me and also has prepared me to be president. He knew me to be the president of Kenya, United States of Kenya Republic president, like even the way he has anointed and appointed Prophet Jeremiah to be actually the president, also president of Israel in Jeremiah 1:5. So I thank God. God is my father. So what we want to say here, today, I am giving warning as the Kenya president to all people living in Kenya, regardless of what race, color, tribe, and nationalities. If you are living in Kenya today, to keep off from nearby Kenya Defense Forces, Barracks, Kenya Army, in all for 7 county government, today on Friday, June 28, 2024, and henceforth, alright, among also for 7 county government, or federal state in the independence, 290 constituencies, 1,450 wards assemblies. Why? Because now the army seem to be, they want to militarize the government. Alright? And who is now the, Kenya Chief Defense Forces in charge? It is somebody called, actually, General Charles Mwiru Kareri, who is a Kenya senior military officer, who was appointed the Chief of the Defense Forces of Kenya, effective date was May 2nd, by the former president, which was, now we have toppled him, Dr. William Samarito. He has replaced him with the late, Kenya Defense Forces General Francis Omondi Ogola, who died on a helicopter mysterious crash on April 18, 2024. It was actually a kind of assassination because the president told him he's going to kill him, and he has done it. He has actually given him a kind of itinerary, kind of a security kind of a trip with a very terrible kind of a plane, which was disposed by America in 2016 to crush him. All right? In those actually areas, they call it pastoralist areas. He used to call it banditry, terrorist areas, which are not. Between the border of Pokot and Elgeyo Marakwet people. So the helicopter was actually an ill-fated one. It was a very bad one. It was disposed by the military of America, United States of America, 2016. So the man was crushed. Huh? So I want actually General, Charles Muriu Kahariri to note very carefully that I, Bishop Kenya Loltome, I'm not short of knowledge of security affairs. All right, as the President of Kenya now, United States of Kenya Republic. Why? I have taught successfully very well for 12 years Islamic theological terrorist studies and Christianity terrorist systematic theological studies discipline as a civilian spiritual affairs instructor 2004 to 2016 here at Utawala College at the Kenya Nairobi National Government Utawala Training College, paramilitary of an official force general service unit, GSU in opening and closing bracket, equivalent force on spiritual warfare, alright, and also physical, to Kenya Defense Forces, Army, the Air Force, and the Navy, 2024. We don't want the useless kind of behaviors of militarization in Kenya. Military dictatorship is actually a very terrible government because it does not, it normally exert a military exert total control of the country, including the Kenya National Police Service. They used to control them, as now they are doing in Nairobi, national government. They are the one now directing the police what to do, and that's not their work. They are not trained to be law enforcement, kind of maintenance of law and order in Kenya. They are supposed to be in our borders, okay, to keep away, okay, to shun away or to keep away external foes or enemies who are attacking us from other countries. We only need them when there is some kind of disasters, which they are not doing, like floods, all right? But not a kind of a protest whereby we want to topple the president, who is killing us spiritually, socially, economically, and physically, which no one wanted, including his own daughter, which was among the those people who have been actually, we don't know where she is injured, all right? Charlene William Ruto daughter, she is also among the youths, saying that my father is is an incapable person to rule us. So we don't want actually militarization kind of a government, which we call it military dictatorship, which are very few, is found in few countries in Africa, and they are very terrible kind of human beings, because they used to exert total control of the country without any democracy. And they normally seize power by overthrowing such kind of rulers, which I have thrown ourselves, civilians like me now, we have thrown him, all right? And God help, enabling grace in that kind of a coup, which was actually not a very bad one. It was a very peaceful one, because we just told him we don't need you. Oh, I used to go even to his office and tell them we don't need you, although he's not in the office. Okay? Arambe, kind of executive officer of the president, all right? Which is not there, and it's not also in State House. He's only just an itinerant kind of a traveler, tourist, president. You're wasting our money together with this useless, the United Democratic Alliance, corrupt crooks all over the country, with the president saying that he's a president. Who does not know? I've not seen him that he was sworn in 2022. We don't such kind of behaviors of military dictatorship, which are typically marked by brutal human rights abuses, such as killings, torture, and people disappearances. Like now it has started when now the court yesterday seemed to to have agreed actually. There is somebody called Justice Lawrence Mugambi Ameru. We don't know why this man decided to say, they're supposed to work along the police. How can you join forces, two forces together? Who is controlling them? And he's saying now, now the military will be under, the chief, Inspector General of Police, Mr. Japhet Kome. How can the person in another forces, like National Police Service, be controlling Kenya Army? Okay? In that kind of, they call it operation. Which kind of operation? We said we don't want the president. And he has already agreed actually, including his own daughter. We don't know now where he is actually. So actually, we don't want a kind of a dictatorship, kind of a, militarization in Kenya. And that's why I'm telling actually, General Charles Mwiriu Kaiharari, is a senior military officer, not to be attempting to let actually, militaries shoot anyone in Kenya. Those who are protesting peacefully to demand their own rights, youths, including myself, online. Yeah? And I've already said actually I'm the president of Kenya so many days and no one has objected me. And I'm a civilian. And what is actually a civilian kind of a rule? Okay? A civilian kind of a rule in that case is a democratic kind of a rule with good principles of leadership. Civilian rule, like now myself, align with the principles of democracy. Sovereign power of human beings. Citizens have power. They are the ones who are normally employing politicians and senior public servants. Okay? To vet them and to elect them during electionary periods. Alright? So a democracy kind of a power is vested in the hands of the people. Supreme people's power. In Kenya 2010 constitutions, with 47 in the independent federal state or county governments, with a 290 parliamentarians or members of parliament, including nominated one, 67, including and also many nominated, and also 290 constituents, members of parliament, and many nominated, and 67, I said again, senators, members of parliament, upper house, and many nominated, that and actually 1,450 wards assemblies, members of county assembly, parliamentarians also, were nominated also in charge of all parliamentarians of 7 county federal states. Alright? This is actually the decision makers actually, because that kind of democracy allow participation of leadership of citizens in decision-making processes to rule free and elections, ensuring that the government represents the will of the peoples. Alright? Rights or wills, actually. Because they are not animals. We have knowledge, intellect, we have decision-making abilities, rationale, we call it, and also we have our emotions. We can be made happy or very sad by bad governments. Alright? So, who is the Kenya Defense Force? I said it actually, is now Mr. General Charles Mwiriu Kaiharari, which we believe is a senior military officer. You can understand what I'm saying. Okay? Despite the fact he was appointed, yes, after the death of that general, His Excellency the later Chief of Kenya Defense Forces, General Francis Omondi Ogola. Luo, and Kaiharari is a Bantu, and Francis Ogola was a Narot like me, because I'm Samburu Maasai community background tribe from my mom. And I say my background heritage is disputed. I am either an Israelite kind of background heritage by birth or an Rendile. That's why I look like, Cushites. So what do I want to say here? I am saying, warning again to all people living in Kenya, regardless of what color or race or tribe or nationality and religion, to keep off from nearby Kenya Defense Forces, KDF, across the country for 7 county governments or federal states, 290 constituencies, and 1,450 wards assemblies. Today, on Friday, June 28, 2024, and henceforth, we are just marking whether these people are going to use actually kind of militarization to kill people. We are going to burn all barracks, set them on fire, because they are full of grasses anyway, for their own bombs to blow them off. Alright? We will not even reach them. Alright? We are going to apply that, obviously, because we are civilians, and they have guns and bombs, and we don't have it, and they want to fight us. So God also have given us knowledge. We will set on fire, bless, more than actually the National Parliament, both Parliament, Senate, recently on 25th. Yeah, that's 2 days ago. Alright? 2024, June. Alright? And also, Supreme Court, and also the Office of the Governor of Nairobi, and also, National Parliament, whereby people have managed very brave, daring Kenyans from all 49 tribes, plus also other nations, races, and colors, which are against this government, which is so deteriorating, very terrible one. Actually, very terrible government. We are actually paying the high taxes, and is also ending just in the pocket of the president and his cronies, friends, companions, very crooks, human beings. Rotten type of government called United Democratic Alliance Party, useless kind of ruling type of government, which we have toppled it actually. So what I want to say, I want actually to tell our good man, I believe so, all right? I don't know why he has got the, the orders, because we are told that, Kenya Defense Minister, Honorable Duale, who is a lawyer by profession, he has no any abilities or knowledge and wisdom concerning security. He is supposed to be a judge, but now he's a minister of, Kenya Defense Forces. He's the one who's bringing down this mess. All right? Together with his United Democratic Alliance members of parliament, who have voted yes of a controversial high taxation kind of finance bill of 2024. They are numbering 105 people who have also created this problem now we have. To vote a very terrible kind of high taxation to poor Kenyans, to be imposed with the high taxation and high condition of living condition, which is unbearable. We are slaves, yoked people, all right? Like, slavery of, Israelite back in 14,040 before Christ's birth in Egypt. All right, in the book of Exodus chapter 14 verse 14. We don't such kind of life. These members of parliament from United Democratic Alliance useless party, ruling type of government, 105, have voted yes for a controversial high taxation finance bill against those as mere ODM coalition political party. Wise people, in spite them voting no. That's why now we ended up being in problem. Because if we have not resisted, after 14 days, you will pay even the air you are breathing in Kenya. Even passing the road, you will be, taxed. Very useless, terrible government. And that's why now daring protesters, youth and adults from all 47 tribes stormed to Kenya, parliaments on Thursday, okay? Or on Tuesday, 25th June 2024, to take actually the arm of government, because there's no government there. There's a vacuum of, presidency except of the president. I am only now the one who is waiting to be sworn in as the president, an official kind of president. Because there's power vacuum in the country leadership today. Today, June 28th, Friday 28 today, June 28, 2024. There is actually no official president in Kenya. Our president, the arm of government taken from the lawmakers' national parliament. There is no other kind of sessions anymore. Yes, I'm saying the truth. So I'm waiting as a United States of Kenya Republic new president, Professor Lecturer Clergy Bishop Kenya Loltome, to be sworn in by the Chief Honorable Martha Kiragu Kome as the 6th Kenya president anytime from today, June 28, Friday today, June 28, 2024, and henceforth. Not anybody. So the conclusion of this matter is for Kenya former president either to resign or to flee from Kenya to pave way for me to be sworn in as Kenya 6th president. Prophet Lecturer Clergy Statement Bishop of Kenya Republic as Kenya president today, June 28, Friday, June 28, 2024, and henceforth. I want to also, without any more bloodshed, across 47 county government, 290 constituencies, and 1,400 wards assembly region parliaments. We don't any more bloodshed. All right? People now mourning the whole world. We have thousands of people injured for nothingness. The president just want to force them to die in their houses. Like now, the house I'm speaking now, in this blog of YouTube, which God bless it, and others also like Twitters and Instagram and YouTubes and Twitters, which are helping us to higher our views. This house I'm speaking in was built by British Best Lady President of Kenya, Queen Elizabeth II, on July 23rd, 1956. This house I'm living, I've just renovated the house, painted it, with very few coins. The president is painting the house which was built, the state house which was built by British government in 1909 with about 10 billion shillings. How can you just use to paint the house? Likewise, the Deputy President, His Excellency, Honorable, because they are all reverends. They have their nameless churches. They are all reverends. Even the President, the former President, Dr. William Samaroto, Reverend, we don't know the church. He's now employing fake, useless pastors and trained to parrots. Dr. William Samaroto is the best president. He's being spoon-fed, and they are untrained priests completely, like the one in Shakahola, which has cleared so many Kenyans. Likewise, even the Vice President, Honorable Regadi Kashago Arab Moi, he has a nameless church. He is a little bit better because he's saying he has already denied this government completely. He's saying that is a parastato kind of. I think he's a reasonable man to an extent. Yes. So in case of any questions pertaining to this subject, which I'm now talking, remember to call President of the United States of Kenya Republic, Prophet Statement Lecturer Clergy Bishop Michael Loltome, the current President of Kenya, because of our vacuum. My phone numbers is +254 7959 79848, plus also 254 7392 03210. Email bishopkenyalol@gmail.com, or check out website. Correct? My website www.thebibleguide.blogspot.com. Remember, today God is saying we need to pray and post a God. In Nehemiah 4:9, we are told here, correct? We don't need to be foolish, but we need to pray to our God and post a God day and night to meet the threat like this one now of this president, which we have toppled. It's a very terrible government. People are dying in these villages every now and then. The few coins we had, even myself, because I'm not employed, despite the fact that I have children, young youth, not even children, adults. Microbiology doctor, Dr. Eli Loltome, my son, my eldest son. Alright? He is actually from, prestigious University of Chepkwelel campus, Eldoret. Government. After being denied by Kenya government, to go to Harvard University, free scholarship to be a medical doctor. But because I'm a Samburu Maasai community, alright, this rotten government of Kenya refused him to go to Harvard University because the boy is competent. He got actually A from even, class 8 exams in Marsabit. He was the first one in Marsabit County government. Alright. My classmate called education officer at that time, Isala Sadano, was my classmate in high school. Can concur with me what I'm saying. This commissioner also, Otieno, can concur with me. Yes, of that time. He was actually also given a chance in, Alliance High School to be actually there. But I opted to take him to another closer